Well, the ABC of Calypso, St. Vincent's Pride and Joy. Beckett, Alston Cyrus Beckett. Beckett, I'm proud to be in St. Vincent. Your carnival, your place. Tell me about it.
Welcome to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Bob.
Thank you.
Yes. I think we're going to have one of the biggest carnivals of all time, barring the weather. Because, you know, we've had one show cancelled last night because of rain, and that's one of the sad things about our carnival. It was moved into the heart of our rainy season. And in the past, we've been very fortunate not to be, you know, washed out completely. But I think we've very much, the way the weather pattern has been going is, well, you know, the weather pattern we had in New York, and there's same thing all over the world, you know, when it used to be hot, it's cold, when it used to be cold, it's hot, you know, and so I think we're anticipating a lot of, you know, interruptions this season, and we keep our fingers crossed that we don't really get that happening.
All right. Beckett, you being on the international scene, a man has been in the forefront of things, local calypso plus international. You kicked in 1975, you came in a St. Vincent competition. What was the songs, and we're going to start from 75 up to today, how you see the changes in the calypso arrangement and where the calypso St. Vincent music is going?
Well, we have made a tremendous impact with thanks to, not only for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and for the world of calypso, thanks to Frankie McIntosh. I think he, more than anyone else, although a lot of people try to dispute it, I think he more than anyone else has revolutionized calypso, has brought the importance of arrangement to the music. Women was just backup. And to people in the early days, well, we know Sparrow always had a dynamic arranger in Butcher Ennis, one of the great of all times. We shouldn't discredit Butch Ennis. But in the modern times, Frankie has done with the soca, the name of the word, the introductions of bass lines and stuff like that. I think that's the big revolution, and he was the first guy to introduce the bass line to calypso. And from there, we haven't looked back, and with the influence of Zouk and all the different things, with people more hip now utilizing the drum machine, the synthesizers, and the electronic technology. I think calypso has gone a long way.
All right. From the days of hula soul, Mass at Victoria, talking about the Iron Woman, West Indian Woman.
West Indian Iron.
West Indian Iron, right? Now, in 1992, still Beckett, different style. You have something called You Would Find So on the new album, Going to Come. I would like to know more about the album and some of the songs.
Well, The Would Find So is a joint composition. Frankie did the melody. He did the title too, by the way. So when people talk about The Would Find, it's really Frankie McIntosh idea. He's the one that airing his dirty linen in public. And then he gave me the difficult job of putting the lyrics to the story. He gave me the story about the wood finds of, you know, infidelity and all that stuff. Those are the keywords he gave me, and I put a song together. And we have a nice, fantastic rap version with a guy from St. Vincent called Stonewash Daddy. A lot of people don't think he's from St. Vincent. And he has an entire version by himself doing it to the music, and that turned out to be great. The title track, we were supposed to go with another title, but the title song, I went back to New York because I had to break. I usually do all my writing in St. Vincent, but I had to go back to New York to do some shows, and I had to leave early, so I had to finish up The Would Find So and another song. So I asked Frankie, you know, I don't like to roast up stuff. I tell him I'll have to go into the studio, you know, with the title track incomplete lyrically, and I wouldn't want to do that. So if there's any song on the album that he think can take the title, and he liked Going to Come. And I had a concept of, I don't know if since you're in St. Vincent you'll see something, maybe it'd be nice if you could take a tape of that. Be something good to see the vans, where the title, all our vans, our vehicles have names, the front of the passenger vans. But a lot of them have something in the back, in the front and in the back, they have something to relate to it. So I had the concept of going and to come in the back, either a van or a train, and Frankie decided that the train was a better thing. Errol Doppel agreed, and we have one of the great calypso jackets of all times, the Going to Come. I don't know if you have seen it yet. But
no, I haven't got the opportunity to see it.
I guess by the time you hear this, Ben would have a shot of the jacket. It's a fantastic piece, the jacket itself. Errol Doppel outdid himself this time. Fantastic design.
Beckett, on your new album, there's a track called Mr. Carnival.
Right.
I would like to know, we'd like to know, G.B.T.V would like to know how this came about and who is in tribute to.
Well, this song is in tribute to one of my mentors, a guy called Tanny Peters, Walton Tanny Peters. I was in New York doing a St. Vincent exhibition. They have this every 2 years. And one of the guys from St. Vincent, Shaggy John, one of the band leaders, came up. This was last October. And he said he had his designs, and he came to put them on display to get people in New York to take part in his band. So he told me he's doing a band called the name of his band this year is Mr. Carnival, and it's a tribute to Tani. I said, Tani? I said, Tani in mass? I said, how come Tani? So he told me Tani was a mass man. I know Tani was a great pan player, or one of our greatest pan players. He was a pan tutor to me, and I knew him also as a composer and a great comedian. He composed calypsos for our late great calypsonian professor. But I never knew he was a mass man. So I left the exhibition, went home to change, to come back. And Tanya and I are spiritual brothers. So on the way from the boys' high school to my apartment to change, to take a shower, I heard the song, the melody, and I taped the chorus because it's a spiritual thing between me and him. But I didn't want to write the song Mr. Carnival using Tani name only because it's such a great title. So I wanted to write it based on Carnival all over the world. So I just wrote it as Mr. Carnival, so it could relate to any Mr. Carnival, because we have a lot of great Mr. Carnival all around the Caribbean, and that's what that one is all about. As
an ambassador to the local music, it's Carnival in St. Vincent, and we're going to deal with St. Vincent. But just recently you came back from Spain to perform for St. Vincent.
Yeah, I went to Spain to represent the OECS. It was great. King Ajamo was there too.
Yes.
We were there for 6 days. Ajamo came in for 2 days. So he worked on the last day, which was the big day, the OECS day. We played in a big pavilion, and we were there with the band Venom. Frankie McIntosh was the leader of the tour. He coordinated the entire thing, and it was a fantastic experience. The people there the Spanish people are very, very close to calypso. There's a similarity in our music.
With the salsa.
Yeah, and they clap all the way from the time you start to sing. One of the big surprises we had though with the language barrier, Love Is the Answer was a tremendous hit with the people. Tremendous, went over. Even Frankie commented about that. That went down big. We couldn't believe the response because it's really basically a lyrical song, right. And it was a monstrous go down with them.
And music is universal.
True.
So you're taking the music to the world. 1992 Carnival in St. Vincent. Are you going to be playing mass, or what's going to be happening with you for Carnival?
My biggest thing for Carnival every year is on the road. I'm on the road on Carnival Monday with the T-shirts. And this year I'm teaming up with Rebels. So you'll see us on the back street when the bands jam up and can't move any further. It's a sight. I hope you'll be here to see that. Back street, when you look for over a mile, it just bands, almost a mile I should say. Bands just back up and everybody don't want to get off back street. And it's a sight to see the Monday. I love mass, I love the costume, but the Monday evening is my thing.
Monday evening.
The T-shirt mass, yes. And it's some T-shirt mass. And we are the only people in the Caribbean, and of all the carnivals, we're the only people that have that big T-shirt thing. T-shirt band.
T-shirt band on Mondays.
Big, yes, big thing.
What Carnival Tuesdays are like? More the
bands,
great,
the big mass bands, yeah.
Some of them
the costumes, the bands, costumes. One of the big things about St. Vincent Carnival, the biggest surprise you'll have, people are very, very surprised about the standard of our mass. The Trinidadians come here, and after Trinidad, we're undoubtedly the best in mass. And they're shocked, and our mass is done at a great high level without any outside help. We have legendary mass men, Roy Ralph, Shaggy John, Scully Hunt, who no longer take part in mass. You know, legendary bands like Bridge Boys, that was a group, you know. Bridge Boys was a group, not just one man behind it, and people like Samo. I have that in Carnival history. Okay. And people are shocked to see the standard of mass we put out. And you'll have some of it footage to show people, and that would be your biggest surprise of St. Vincent Carnival.
Well, I'm looking forward for that, but let me just interject here. Grenada is giving you guys a Carnival, a tough competition in the Caribbean.
Well, I've always been unfortunate not to be in Grenada. I'm always for the jab. Well, our jab is I bow to the jab.
In the Caribbean,
yes, yes. Well, I know Grenada have fantastic steel band.
Right.
Without bias, I think they might just stay.
Right.
They're very good. I've been and heard the panorama.
All right, so we're looking forward for a great carnival, peaceful carnival, St. Vincent in '92. And we see that you have your wood fine sew, T-shirts and all that. You can get it from BECKET.
Good. We'll be up there for Labor Day. What you see here is what we're going to be having on the parkway.
All right. So BECKET.
And nice welcome again, and welcome
Happy
to
Carnival,
the man behind the camera,
Gentle Ben. Mr. Gentle Ben from G.B.T.V.
G.B.T.V, yes. I wish him a fantastic Vinci Carnival.
I'm Bob Frederick in KINGSTOWN, St. Vincent with BECKET. It's Carnival Mass in St. Vincent, '92. Bob Frederick for G.B.T.V.
But a special hello to all the folks in New York.
The New York Massive and Crew, Grenada Massive and Crew, folks from all over.
Oh,
love.
Yeah, just for Grenada too, yes. Happy Carnival to Grenada and to Caracou coming up in August, yes. And PD Martinique, yes, thank you.
Right. It's love. Yes. Once again, Bob Frederick for G.B.T.V, KINGSTOWN, St. Vincent. Carnival '92, something new.